Hi, I'm Lori Scherenbrock, and I am here with Chris Shooker of Digital Horizons, and this is your latest episode of What's on the Horizon. Welcome, Chris.
Happy to be here. Happy to have you here.
Awesome. We're back. We're back at it.
I know it's been a little while since we've done these videos, so it's nice to start it again.
It is. So I thought we'd start with something fun. So what is Sonos? I hear a lot about it, like podcast ads and things like that. But
Sure.
but what is it?
Yeah, it is a fun topic. So Sonos is a manufacturer of audio equipment, and they are there to essentially their equipment gives you access to online streamed audio content. So you would use their products, which are wireless, wired combinations. Their equipment comes with an app. And then within that app, after you create an account, you add your music services to it. Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever it is that you use. And then through the app, you turn the speakers on in the corresponding areas that you want music, and that's about it.
And I think it integrates pretty seamlessly, like with other home automation systems, right?
Yeah, so Sonos, they, like I mentioned prior, they have two different types of products. They make a wireless speaker, and then they make devices that facilitate the use of separate amplifiers and separate speakers, which is our preference.
Sure.
I'm a huge fan of Sonos. We're a huge fan of Sonos, largely because their interface is very intuitive. It's very smooth. People get it pretty quickly. There's very low friction when it comes to using it. What we don't like about Sonos, and obviously this is coming from the perspective of someone who knows and appreciates really high quality audio, is to us, the wireless speakers that they make don't sound as good as doing things what we call the right way, which is to use their products that allow use of different amplifiers and different speakers. So when we install systems that utilize Sonos, two items in particular, an item they call a port and an item they call an amp, are what we lean on the most. And the reason for that is again, we very much like Sonos's interface and how easy it is to use.
Sure.
And when we use those two devices, the port or the amp, we can pair our really good sounding amplifiers and really good sounding speakers, some of which can be built into walls and built into ceilings, and give both an exceptional user interface, but then give an exceptional audio experience. And then also we can give an exceptional visual experience within the room, because our specialty is making things look good and sound good.
Sure.
And through the combination of those two different things, we can kind of achieve the best of both worlds.
Sure.
To your question of it going in, being integrated, as we call it, into a larger home automation system, Sonos does have the ability to do that. So without diving too deep, because it's a whole other topic, we work primarily with a company called Control4.
Yeah.
And while Control4 has access to streamed music natively within their own platform, sometimes a customer's used to using Sonos. Or maybe they don't want their guests to have access to the larger Control4 system, which would give them the ability to turn on or off the security system or look at cameras. They just want to give them access to Sonos. The music system, we can set that up so that they have Control4. Everything is integrated into that for their home technology. Sonos is also a part of that, but then as a standalone solution for their guests, they can give them just the Sonos app and they can listen to music that way. So it's flexible. We use it both ways, and it's just a really good solution.
Sure. Is there like a baseline way to start? Is it just like giving you guys a call, or is there like a place that they would start with their Sonos experience?
So there's a lot of ways to go about things with Sonos. Actually, we just finished up a home for a mutual friend of ours. And the thing that I explained to them was, or how we installed the system in their home, is they have 3 or 4 areas in their home that have built-in speakers. They use Sonos for accessing and utilizing those speakers. But there's several rooms in the house that they weren't sure of whether they wanted speakers in those rooms or not. And so then they're just going to be able to add some wireless speakers to those rooms. So really the best way to approach things, especially if you're under a new construction scenario, maybe you're building on planning a lake home, something like that, is to just reach out to us, tell us what your needs, your desires are. You can come into our experience center. You can see how we utilize all of this technology. And maybe it's an example like I just talked about, where you have a what we call a hybrid system, where we build into your home some of the good looking and sounding systems.
Sure.
And then later on you can add a speaker to the bathroom, add a speaker to your office, whatever it might be. If you have that baseline, especially with us providing a good network in your home, it's easy to expand upon
Do
if
all
you want
that.
to.
Great. Well, that was awesome. I think we'll have to think of some other ways that we can talk about Sonos for another episode.
Sure.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll look for you at our next episode.
See ya.